My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. This is Central Texas Life with Ann Harder.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Central Texas Life. And I'm going to take a little bit of a departure. I don't do this kind of podcast very often, but I want to tell you about an invention. It is the Phoenix Tera-Lase System. And joining me now are Gary Bellinger, who owns the patent on this particular thing, and Emma Gaskin, who is the one that introduced it to me at Halo Athletic Club, where I work. You happen to be doing demonstrations of this. And so full disclosure, I had 3 treatments myself to see what this was like. And it was amazing. It was very helpful to a kind of a chronic back spasm issue I have. And so let's talk, Gary. First of all, what led you to create the Phoenix Tera-Lase?
About 25 years ago, I was working with some doctors at UT Southwestern Medical School in Dallas. And I got to know one of the professors there on a personal basis. And then he had asked me if I'd be interested in working with him on developing a new concept, which at the time was non-invasive lasers, to help regenerate tissue in the body. And his comment to me was, this could be the next wave of medicine or the next generation of physical medicine and rehabilitation for these cells in the body to heal. His name was Dr. Charles Baxter. He's been deceased about 10, 12 years now, but his claim to fame was he was one of the 2 doctors that worked on John Kennedy when they brought him into Parkland.
Oh, my. So
he was a lot older than I was, and he was well known all over the world as a professor and a professor emeritus at UT Southwestern. So that's how it all got started. So we started building some lasers and testing them, nothing like what we have today, but we started seeing results on patients, and so that's what's evolved into what we have today. So that's how the whole thing got started 25 plus years ago.
Yeah, Emma, when you were demonstrating it, you had a whole list of people who were saying, "Yeah, sign me up." So this is a cold laser, which seems a oxymoron.
Yep.
But it did feel warm.
Yes. So this is what's confusing to people. I even asked Gary the same thing when I got on with them. But cold lasers they don't damage the outside cells. The warm or hot lasers, they actually damage.
They use them to cut.
Correct.
I know they use them in surgery. Yeah.
Yep. So that's the difference. Even though it feels warm, it feels warm and cozy inside, but it's a cold laser. Mm-hmm.
Well, what's remarkable, Gary, is the fact that you say that the point is to regenerate. So how does that work?
Well, going back to the hot and cold lasers cut tissue. Cold lasers, the energy is absorbed into the cells, even though it may feel warm. But what the cold lasers do, the energy is absorbed into the cells, into what's called the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of each cell. You've got 65 plus trillion cells in your body, and each cell has what I call a powerhouse, or the brain, which is the mitochondria. The mitochondria's job is to find energy in the body so that it can convert that energy into photochemicals so the cells can heal. The main photochemical that the mitochondria produces is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So the energy, the photon particles from the laser, which is light particles, is absorbed into the mitochondria to trigger the photochemical response. Similarly, like a plant, you can water a plant, you can fertilize it, but if it doesn't get sunlight, it's never going to grow. What happens in the cells in the body when they get damaged, either acute or chronic conditions, they lack the energy to produce the photochemicals the cells need to heal. And that's what the laser does. It's the energy source. It's the powerhouse behind the energy to the mitochondria to help the mitochondria produce the photochemicals your body needs to regenerate, no matter whether it's acute sports injury or a chronic condition you've had for 5 or 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, give me an example of what an acute sports injury. I mean, first thing that comes to my mind is a torn Achilles, but I mean, that's going to need maybe something different, right?
Well, we work with NFL teams, NBA teams. One of the teams that we work with is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, so you have a whole list of professional teams.
What it does, no matter what kind of injury you've got damaged tissue. Mm-hmm. So it could be a shoulder problem, could be torn cartilage, it could be partial separation, high ankle sprains, all sorts of conditions related to the sports injuries that the athletes experience on either a practice or during the games. So what the laser is doing is providing the energy to accelerate the healing process. It's increasing the metabolic rate inside the body significantly over what your body's normally used to using or normally used to producing.
So it doesn't matter if it's just a chronic, my back hurts right here, kind of a thing, or you've rolled your ankle, you've done something really dramatic.
Yeah, the laser is designed to treat, it could be 60 or 70 or 80 different medical conditions. Mm-hmm. And the question I always get is, how can you treat 50 or 60 or 70 different medical conditions? What you're doing is you're treating the cells in the body. It doesn't make a difference what kind of injury it is, whether it's acute or chronic condition, or doesn't make a difference what kind of injury you've got in the body. If the injury is there, you've got to provide energy to the body, the cells, to help them regenerate. So it could be acute or chronic condition, as I said, and any kind of injury related to any kind of soft tissue in the body is going to respond to the energy.
Well, I know people are curious, and what does this look like? And so we have a video. We're going to stop here for a minute. We're going to show this video that you have on the Phoenix Tera-Lase, and we'll be right back after you watch this.
Hey everyone, Larry North here for Home and Lifestyle TV, and I want to share with you a healing technology that's sweeping the nation. It's called Phoenix Tera-Lase Systems, and it's amazing. Well, this healing technology, I find it to be so powerful that I use it. So therefore, in my business, I want as many people to be able to benefit from it as possible. If you are an athlete, or if you just need to be at work, it's going to get you back to doing the things you need to do and want to do faster. That's what this technology does. Take it from my friend Randy White.
Hi, I'm Randy White, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about the Phoenix Laser and how it's really improved the quality of my life. Having played 14 years in the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys at the defensive tackle spot, a lot of wear and tear on your body. I missed one game in 14 years, so I played with a lot of pain. You always wish you could go back and do things different, but I wish when I was playing that the Phoenix Laser was available, because it would have helped me recover from a lot of injuries that, there's really nothing other than putting ice and contrast on them. That's how you treated your injuries, most of them, or got a cortisone shot in there.
The mechanism of action for our technology is to help provide photon energy particles down into soft tissue and into the cellular level. The whole goal is to provide the energy into the mitochondria of the cell to help promote ATP production, allowing for a faster recovery on injuries and conditions.
When cells have enough energy, the energy within that cell can heal every single part of the body. What this laser does is that it gets down into the cellular level, deep enough that you can have actual healing by giving it the photons, the energy that you need in order for those cells to heal.
I've had 2 major back surgeries. I have full 100% degeneration in my neck. Shoulders aren't that great, and neither are my knees. So my options were surgeries, which I've had. And the last thing I want to do personally is take opiates and even anti-inflammatories, the ones that I would need strength-wise, they're hard on the liver.
You can take a plant, you can water it, you can do whatever you want to that plant. But if you take that same plant and you put it outside where there's sunlight, that sunlight is what's going to make the cell's photosynthesis start to work. That's exactly what's happening here. Giving your cells the energy, the ability to heal on a level that has never been seen before.
But had I had this Phoenix laser, you know, sprained ankles, broken fingers, I mean, you name it, bad neck. I've had a bad neck forever. There's a lot of guys that miss time and miss games that probably wouldn't have had this been available to them. That would have made my quality of life better back then. I would have been able to play maybe longer in the league and been a little more pain-free, which would have been a lot more fun.
I tore my quadricep tendon. In the last 3 days, I received 3 treatments lasting about 10 to 15 minutes. So I clearly saw a difference compared to when I got here. When I got here, it was super stiff, and now it's easier to move. So, but clearly better with the stiffness and range of motion.
Someone introduced me to the laser, and I'm going to be really honest with you. I was extremely skeptical. I'm like, there's no way this could work. And I get one of the treatments, and I'm like, whoa, I'm able to sort of move my neck around, and I'm not in pain. So I go back. I get another treatment. All of a sudden, I'm feeling a little bit better. Then I had some knee problems. I'm like, well, could you put that laser on my knee too? I get 20 minutes on the laser. Here's the thing, it doesn't hurt. It's actually sort of therapeutic. I am now back to doing activities prior to doing the laser that I never thought I'd ever be able to do again the rest of my life, and I'm pain-free. I happen to have a lot of friends in the medical community. They just weren't aware that this technology existed. I assume they thought that someday there would be this type of technology. The good news is the technology's here. It's been in the making for over 15 years, and once doctors try it with their patients, they get as excited as I do, because remember, at the end of the day, we have the same goal. Let's get people healed. Let's get people back to work. Let's get them feeling good. But here's the thing. You don't need to be an elite athlete to benefit from this. I mean, if you have carpal tunnel syndrome, let's say you have a bum knee, maybe like me, you have a bad back or neck problems, or even like a migraine headache, or this laser, at the end of the day, it does one thing really well. It heals the body. It rejuvenates the cells. It helps repair tissue. And the best part is it doesn't hurt. It doesn't take long. It's not expensive. And I actually look forward to doing it. It's sort of therapy for me. I'm so fortunate and lucky that people will come to me. If they have a great idea and a great product, they're going to come to me. They want my opinion. And I'm usually like, heard it before, don't want to do it. I'm so skeptical that you're not going to even get me to the front door. This how was different. I felt hopeless when it came to my neck and back, and I knew that there had to be some hope out there. So now that I've found a product like this, a technology like this, a laser, a healing laser like this, I just want as many people to know about it as possible. And believe me, they're going to start.
I like to still be active. I'm 65 years old, just had a birthday, and you know, if I get to live another year or another 5 years, I still want to be doing the things I enjoy doing, and this laser is allowing me to do that right now.
If you've been in a lot of pain, there's a chance that you feel hopeless. Feeling hopeless, you feel there's no solution to your problem. Just go to the website, see for yourself. And it's Phoenix Tera-Lase.
I want to thank Phoenix Tera-Lase for providing me with something that has improved the quality of my life that I enjoy and use every day.
Larry North here for Home and Lifestyle TV, and happy healing, everybody.
Gary, this is fascinating stuff. And as you say, it's really like the new thing on cells actually healing, providing that healing. Let's talk a little bit about some of you mentioned some differences in the
You had asked about an acute injury versus a chronic and the differences, or if it would work for one or the other. And like he said, it works for any of the cells regenerating, but the only difference it would be how many they would need. So an acute injury, you're usually going to need less treatments. It's not as long that they need to be treated. So you'll see anywhere from 4 to 6 probably average that they need. And then for chronic, it could be anywhere from 6 to up to 20 and on, but it's then as needed after that.
So how long are the individual treatments?
Usually 15 minutes average.
I was going to say, it's not very long.
No.
when you...
really, with the strength of ours, you only need to do 10 to 15 minutes.
And felt nothing afterwards other than my back.
Warm.
It wasn't hurt. A little warm, and it wasn't hurting anymore, which is amazing. So where do you go to get this treatment? I mean, are you selling the actual machine now? Are you marketing it? What's the status of the Phoenix Tera-Lase?
Yeah, we've got laser systems out all over the country, in clinics operating all over the country. Emma's working with us to significantly open up our market presence in the state of Texas, particularly in Waco. So she's going to be our authorized dealer distributor for us in the state of Texas, helping us really advance the technology. We've got some machines in Austin, we've got some machines in Houston, in Dallas, and some surrounding areas. But she's significantly going to push the presence in the state, in different markets all over the state, to get people get more access to the technology.
So, I mean, we were at Halo Athletic Club. So are you looking at something like that I go to twice a week? I could go, hey, somebody,
yes,
give me a treatment. Is it that kind of thing? Or is it physicians? Or
anyone can buy it. Anyone can operate it with a certification. So Halo was a good one, I think, just because of the resources and people that were accessible in that building. I think that's usually a really good place that people are active, and there's things that hurt a lot when you work out, unfortunately.
No kidding.
But so anyone can buy one if they want to have a laser clinic. I've started with them and gotten going, gotten comfortable, and reached out to lots of people and seen the need big time. So I'm actually opening one in College Station. But then definitely we need one here in the Waco, Central Texas.
No kidding.
So that's kind of where I'm really focusing right now.
Well, it's remarkable. And Gary, as you say, this has been something, kind of a passion project for you for a long time.
Well, I think what the general population is looking for is, I talk to doctors all the time, and what the comments to me is traditional medicine is somewhat broken. And people are looking for other modalities, other more advanced technologies to be able to deal with their medical problems. Instead of going back to the doctor for the usual, whatever they go to the doctor for, and hearing the same stories over and over. I mean, every patient I know has gone to 2, 3, 4 doctors, and they say we keep hearing the same things. Or we had some patients in this week and say the doctors told me there's nothing they can do for me. And after 5 or 6 treatments, the guy said, we've changed his life.
Yeah.
So I think patients are really, in the last 5 years, are really aggressively looking for alternatives or looking for better technologies to be able to deal with their medical conditions. And they're tired of going and getting some pills and going home, and they don't get any better.
Well, and then they have 4 other problems because of the side effects of the pills. I mean, people are starting to figure that out. And the fact that the Phoenix Tera-Lase is non-invasive and it's drug-free, and the FDA you've jumped through all the hoops with them?
The FDA has cleared it, and the FDA has said that there are no contraindications and no side effects, no downside. The worst thing can happen, the patient just doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
So
which could happen with traditional.
Could happen to anything.
Yeah.
So there's no downside. There's no side effects. And the worst thing can happen is you just, in some number of cases, you may not get any better. The vast majority of the patients see a significant difference in the quality of life.
Well, that's remarkable. And you mentioned the sports teams: Kansas City Chiefs, Phoenix Suns, Utah Jazz, Atlanta Falcons, and just to name a few. So these are professional athletes who have been able to benefit from the Phoenix Tera-Lase, and it's now available. So that's amazing. Well, we will need you to keep us posted on where exactly in Central Texas. You say College Station.
Yes, I'm opening mine hopefully October 1st in College Station, and then definitely looking to try and find some area here so that someone can get it going and get it benefit. I think everyone could benefit from it, whether it's high school athletes.
Yes.
I mean, non-athletes. There's pains everywhere, but it's definitely a big benefit to have for sure.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I feel like I can talk to it personally because I did have the opportunity to try it. And how can folks learn even more information? I know we just showed them the video from YouTube, but do you have a website?
The website for the laser is right there on the front. It's phoenixtera-lase.com, and it has so much information. We've got case studies that they've done. It's a very good website. And then my clinic will be opening and starting. It's called Republic Thera-Lase, and that one the website should be up soon. So it'll be republictheralase.com.
Well, it's remarkable, and it's exciting for me to feel like we're on the cutting edge of something really big and really helpful for people. And so, Gary Bellinger, thank you so much for all your efforts in seeing this come to pass, and you for being available and being at Halo.
Thank you for having us. No, I'm excited.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with Central Texas Life. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Central Texas Life with Ann Harder is part of the Rogue Media family. Be sure to check out our other shows at roguemedianetwork.com. Please rate this show 5 stars on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere you get your podcasts. Join us again soon for more Central Texas Life with Ann Harder. This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.